Hey, before we jump into episode 2, I want you guys to know that the audio is not going to be the best. We're still learning how to, podcast and all that fun stuff. And the audio from our mics was like super fuzzy. And so even though it's not great, we're going to be going with the camera audio. But I mean, that should just tell you how awful the mic sounded it was super fuzzy in the back and whatnot, not pleasant to listen to. And so you're going to have to bear with us, I guess, for this episode. And hopefully this is something that we can fix in the future. Now, to the episode. Welcome back to the Veteran and the Rookie podcast. John, who is our rookie, starting us off just like he did last episode, in episode 1.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dick Thunderbolt podcast.
That is his name on the podcast. That is his podcast alias. I am your co-host, Benea. I am the Veteran. And then, as previously stated, Dick Thunderbolt is our rookie.
Hey guys, I'm Dick Thunderbolt. Today we got something real special and original.
We got something real spicy cooked up. We figured we hadn't seen anyone else do this really in any format, not just podcast format.
Shut the fuck.
We're ranking quarterbacks today.
Yeah, we're ranking quarterbacks.
All 32 starting quarterbacks, and also Jimmy Garoppolo, because he's good enough to be on this list.
At spot 16.
Oh, maybe for you.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Around and see.
Do we have any more formalities to get by, or are we just...
Hey guys, I'm Dick Thunderbolt.
We already covered that.
Oh, well then no.
All right, we can just get into the rankings.
Open me up.
Boom.
I'm using. Do you have a alias on the podcast?
Not yet. We'll have to come up with one. I mean, you came up with yours last episode.
It's true.
So, it might just have to naturally come around. But I mean, I guess from last episode, we just found out that we were the Dick and Dick podcast.
Do you want to be like Dick Lightning Clap or something?
You're the Thunderbolt to my Lightning Clap.
Lightning Clap, dude. It's Thunderclap, but yeah.
I like Lightning Clap.
Am I Thunderbolt?
Phil Lightning Clap.
Wait, am I Dick Thunderbolt?
You're Dick Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? What? What the heck? I'm so stupid. How am I Thunderbolt?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
You got that from Night Train Lane, so...
Oh man. Okay.
I
guess he could be Dick Lightning Clap.
Rookie moves.
Lightning Clap, yeah.
Lightning Clap and Thunderbolt. Welcome back to the Lightning Clap and Thunderbolt podcast.
Yay.
There's us. So, yeah, I mean, without any further ado now... Let's do this. Who is your...
Let's tell them what our number 32 is.
Number 33.
Number 33. I don't
Jimmy
have a
Garoppolo.
number 32 because I forgot.
You don't have a number 33, you mean?
I have a number 33. I don't have
You just don't have a number 32.
Yeah, I forgot.
How did you do
who
that?
I left out.
Oh, we'll find out, I guess, along the way, and you can slide them on in there, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be number 32. What's your number 33?
My number 33, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. As of now, at least, it's looking like he's going to beat out Drew Lock for the job.
I have Trevor Lawrence as my 33.
You have Trevor Lawrence?
I hate Trevor Lawrence.
That's only because you took him in fantasy,
yeah,
and he wasn't good for you.
Bad. He's 33.
I could see him making a big jump.
Yeah, this year, but right now...
He wasn't even... I mean, he was bad, but I don't think he was...
Last year.
He was not the worst quarterback in the league.
He threw the most interceptions.
That doesn't make him the worst quarterback, though.
And his team had the least amount of wins, tied with the Lions, I think.
Yeah. 3-14.
Which means he's awful.
He's also on an awful team and didn't even have a real head coach last year. Yeah, okay. And he was a rookie.
Whatever. He was still... That does not excuse the fact that he's bad. Those things help him be bad.
Yeah.
Screw Trevor Lawrence. And his freaking long hair looking like a woman. Dude,
maybe I'll take him in fantasy and he'll do like 40 touchdowns.
Shut the freak up. Did you see... Okay, I'm mad. But did you see him, like the day after he scored me 4 points because he threw like 8 picks in a game? The day after that, I saw an ad for Subway on my Instagram page.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
That moment when your wife says she doesn't want anything, but then she takes a bite of your turkey footlong. Oh. And I was just like... I don't go to Subway anymore.
This guy.
Go.
You hold it against Subway because Trevor Lawrence was bad for your fantasy team.
Because I don't like Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, man.
Look. Subway It's an all right location. They are the McDonald's of the sandwich world.
industry. Yeah,
I think even Jimmy John's is better.
they're gonna say like Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is their new Jared.
Jeez, I hope not. No, that's
Deshaun Watson.
That's Deshaun Watson.
We'll get to him when we get. Deshaun Watson is the Jared of the NFL.
Yeah. Okay, who's your 32?
The number 32 ranked quarterback, New York Giants, Daniel Jones. He's been their quarterback since 2019 when he had his best season, and it just looks like he's gotten worse every year. It doesn't help again that he's on a bad team like Trevor Lawrence is for you. He's on, I think, his third head coach now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, things just aren't looking good for Daniel Jones. He doesn't... I mean, he has the most expensive wide receiver room in the NFL to work with, but definitely not the best wide receiver room in the NFL.
Wait, is he the one... Is that the team that bought, like... No, that was the Jags who bought one guy for $20 million.
Oh, yeah, Christian Kirk.
That's stupid.
Yeah, no, they just... they got... Kenny Galladay is the one that's eaten a lot of their cap and has not lived up to the hype so far for their wide receivers. So yeah, I got Daniel Jones, my number 33 ranked quarterback.
32.
Or 32 ranked quarterback.
Yeah, you came in with heat and you were like 33 and thinking you're hot.
Maybe I'll just...
my number 32 is also Trevor Lawrence. And do you notice how the Trevor Lawrence...
Why is he on your list twice?
He's not, but I don't have a 32.
Oh, okay, so we'll just go...
Yeah, so I'm putting him at 32 for this year and 33 for last year.
Okay.
Did you notice how Lawrence starts with an L? Because that's all he gets.
14 of them.
14 L's in a row, and then he threw 18
interceptions?
18
something like
interceptions. L throws.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer. Bad player. Terrible quarterback, and he's taller than me. Which is
Imagine we did this podcast in 1999. We're coming off Peyton Manning's rookie year.
Hate that
You'd be
guy.
putting Peyton Manning dead last. He threw 28 interceptions. He can't be good. And then the Colts went 13-3 the next year.
Yeah, but the Jags aren't going to go 13.
They're not the Colts. No, I agree. They Lawrence doesn't have the help that Peyton Manning had. I'm pretty sure he had like Marvin Harrison to throw to, and just like a competent organization working behind him as well, which definitely helps.
Yeah, having a new head coach will help them.
Yeah, but because the Jacksonville's got Doug Peterson now. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles back in 2017. So they got a coach who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but you can really only do so much with garbage players and a terrible quarterback.
I mean, he won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, who ironically then played for the Jaguars after the Eagles. But the Eagles and Jaguars are just very connected.
Apparently, I think the Jags can be better than the Browns this year, and I think they're going to be better than the Lions and the Bears.
Yeah. So you don't think they're going to be the worst team, but they're going to be down there.
They're going to be down there for sure. I don't think they're going to get to the playoffs.
Oh, that'll be tough.
I think,
especially in the AFC.
In their division.
Yeah, they do have a solid division. In terms of, are they in the weakest division? They might be in the they're probably in the weakest division in the AFC.
Which that division in the AFC would go hard in the NFC. I think.
You think?
I think they do.
Oh yeah, maybe you throw some of them in the East, with like the Giants and the Eagles and the Redskins and the Cowboys.
I think they do as good, if not better, than than the other. If they went against.
Are you saying just for that division or for the Jaguars? Like if you swapped out the Eagles and the Jaguars, for example, since they're so intertwined apparently, and you put Jacksonville in the NFC East.
I think they do a lot better.
You think they make the playoffs? I
could
see that honestly though.
Yeah, because
not a lot of competition. I think Dallas got worse. I think the best team in that division is Philadelphia, and we're getting rid of them. So,
yeah, I think Dallas probably would be their biggest competition.
Definitely, yeah.
And I think it'd be between Jacksonville and Dallas, which is freaking weird to say, but I think they could do it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of teams in the AFC that would do better in the NFC just because the AFC looks so stacked this season.
Imagine Burrow went to the AFC.
Or the NFC?
Or NFC, excuse me. Excuse my freaking language.
Oh my goodness. he would slay it.
He'd be the second. No, he'd be the third best quarterback.
Probably. Well, I mean, it depends where y'all have them all ranked.
Well, I have mine ranked in a certain way, so let's
hurry up and get to that certain way. What's your number 31 quarterback?
My number 31 is Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
I don't know why.
The MILF Hunter.
The MILF Hunter. What a G.
He's going to be missing the first couple games of the season, so that doesn't help his case. But I mean, I like what Zach Wilson. I mean, I like his potential, I guess, but we definitely haven't seen it on the field yet.
Yeah, tell me your number 31.
My number 31, Mitchell Trubisky, going from Buffalo to Pittsburgh after just some bad years in Chicago, missing guys who are wide open. I mean, he had 2018, but 2019 and 2020 weren't good for him. L plus ratio for Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, he's in a solid organization, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if by week 10 at the latest we see like Kenny Baby Hands Pickett in there or something like that.
Yeah. I like that guy. I like that guy.
Yeah. I mean, or Mason Rudolph. I doubt we see much of Mason Rudolph though.
Is Rudolph also an alleged sex offender?
No, he just has a very punchable face, and Myles Garrett also thinks so. That's the guy who, you remember the video I showed you a few years ago?
No.
The guy who ripped off the quarterback's helmet then hit that guy. That's Mason Rudolph was that quarterback.
Oh, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Did that guy get kicked from the NFL?
He got suspended for the rest of the year.
Is he still playing?
Yep. He's one of the best defensive ends. Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns.
What a G. Anyway, let's keep going.
All right. I'll
go 30.
Number 30, I got Marcus Mariota.
Hey!
We both got him at 30?
Yeah, I got him at number 30.
Yeah, Mariota. No spoilers here.
There he is, right there below. Frick!
He's got he's definitely got a tough team to work with in the Falcons. He's got Kyle Pitts to throw to, and I mean, Bryan Edwards is a solid receiver who actually just followed him from Las Vegas to
kind of pulled a Gronk.
Yeah, very minorly a Brady and Gronk.
Just a much worse duo.
A much worse duo.
And not a tight end.
Mariota and Edwards. And then, Atlanta as a whole. I mean, we'll get into the all the teams next week when we do our full predictions. But Atlanta's not looking too great, and part of that has to do with Mariota being their quarterback.
Bummer.
You got any more comments on Marcus?
Boo.
Solid. Who's your number 29 quarterback?
29, I got David Mills.
Oh, we got Davis
Mills. Or Davis Mills. I misspelled it.
Yeah. Davis Mills was solid last year, especially.
Do you also have Davis Mills?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I was just going to talk about Davis Mills for a minute.
Go talk about Davis Mills.
I mean, I'm a Davis Mills supporter.
Really?
Like when there were rumors going around, maybe the Texans would trade for, one of these quarterbacks going around. Maybe they'd get, they'd send Deshaun Watson somewhere and get another quarterback in exchange for him. Maybe get Baker Mayfield or Jimmy Garoppolo. I was like, no, let's build off of what Mills has done. I liked what he did last season. He was a late round pick, and
how late was he?
Probably a 5th round or 6th round.
Hey,
and he had almost identical stats to Tua.
Tua's also bad.
We'll see where you have him ranked, but I mean, I think Mills is definitely worth a shot at least at building around. Granted, once again, not on a great roster, but I think he could be solid.
Yeah, who's your
my number? What are we on? 29?
29, yeah.
I got Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears. And it's not so much even a thing that I think Justin Fields is necessarily bad. I mean, he wasn't great last year, but man alive, he's on a bad roster. He's got one good receiver to throw to, no offensive line. Their best player in defense wants to be traded in Roquan Smith. They already traded Khalil Mack in the offseason. This is a team in full-on rebuild mode, and it's not a good time for a quarterback to be going into year 2 when their team was getting worse from the year before, and they were already bad then.
Yep.
And then they made an interesting head coach hiring. No one thought Matt Eberflus was going to be getting... Your face.
Shut up. That's not his
No,
name.
no one thought Matt Eberflus was going to be getting a head coaching job.
Shut
That is his
up.
name. He was the defensive coordinator for the Colts last year.
How about you can be Dick Eberflus?
That was probably like the name of his dad or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justin Fields, tough sitch.
L.
Plus ratio, I
Yeah,
guess.
who's your 28?
My 28, I got Zach Wilson. So I have him ranked a tad higher than you. Again, I like his potential, and he's got some good weapons there, and especially in like Corey Davis and whatnot. But definitely got to see more from him.
I have Mitch Trubisky.
You
We
got
already
Mitchell
talked about
Trubisky.
him.
We already talked about him. Any more Mitch comments?
No, I don't know who he is.
Ah, okay, solid. Remember, he's a rookie. Not Mitch, but Dick Thunderbolt is a rookie.
Dick Thunderclap. Thunderbolt.
Hey, don't steal my name. Number 27, I got Davis Mills, who we already covered.
I got Daniel Jones.
Got Daniel. Oh, okay, yeah, you got him a little bit higher, but
A little higher than you.
I mean, I was a Daniel Jones believer for a while, pretty much up until this past season, and I'm just like, he's not getting better. I thought he would get better. He's not.
He's just bad.
He's just not good.
He's 27.
Did you see his play last year against the Eagles on, I think it was Thursday Night Football?
I may have.
He had a big run. It was like 70 yards or something. Wide open trip to the end zone, but he took trip seriously. Fell over at like the 10-yard line. There was no one close to him. He just tripped on a blade of grass.
He was just going. I think I've seen that.
You probably have.
He was cooking and then he just kind of fell over. I thought that was like a tight end or something. Or
No,
someone
that was a quarterback.
I thought that was like a defensive or like a lineman or something, someone who wasn't supposed to run.
Yeah,
and they just got the ball accidentally.
It's just a quarterback that runs a decent amount tripping. So it's tough for him to ever live that one down.
Tough crap.
Yeah, tough sitch. All right, so you got Daniel Jones there. Was that 27?
Yeah, and I got 26 is Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis.
Famous for being bad.
We'll eat those W's. I think Jameis Winston will be a little bit better this season, but I guess I'll get to that when I get to Jameis a little bit later on.
Oh, you have Jameis higher.
I do. I got Davis Mills as my number 27 quarterback, and I have already sung his praises.
Yeah, his
So
some of his phrases to put him at 27.
yeah, put him up so high.
Or you at 26, I thought.
No, 27.
Oh, I just did 26.
Oh, wait, who's your 27?
Daniel Jones.
Oh, Daniel Jones. Okay. Oh, yeah. So
You did the
who's your
same.
26?
Garo Smith.
Oh, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
All right, yeah, that's solid.
Nothing to say?
We already talked about Geno. I mean, there's not much to say about Geno Smith. He's just been a backup for most of his career, except for at the beginning when he was with the Jets, and he's one of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
One of the quarterbacks of all time.
He really is. My 26. This is where things started getting real different. I got Trey Lance.
I just did 25. Are you behind?
Wait. Who's your 26?
My 26 was Jameis Winston.
Ah, okay. We skipped something there. Anyway,
You skipped. Guys, it's
Yeah.
his fault, not Dick Thunderbolt.
it's the veteran's fault. Bless you.
Amen.
But at number 26, I got Trey Lance. Now, there's been a lot of stuff from the desert over in Vegas. A lot of bets going Trey Lance's way for MVP this year, which is definitely possible. He's got the talent, but I think it's going to take another year or two.
You put him at 26?
He reminds me a lot of Josh Allen, where Allen, very raw coming out of Wyoming, first 2 years didn't look great.
Bad.
And then year 3 took that big jump. And I feel like Trey Lance very similar coming out of North Dakota State. And he's very raw. And so I think it will take him at least a full season to kind of, get stuff under his belt. I think this will be a big learning year for him. And then I think 2023 will be, Trey Lance season.
Is this his rookie year?
Second year. But
Second year.
he played a little bit last year when Jimmy G got hurt and whatnot, but he didn't have a ton of action and he looked fine. I mean, he definitely showed that he's got, he can throw the ball more than 10 yards, so that's an upgrade.
From
And
Jimmy G?
yeah.
Jimmy G's just bad. He doesn't even look like a quarterback. He kind of looks like a idiot and he's bad at football.
I'm surprised you haven't listed him out yet, but maybe we're getting there.
I know for a fact that he's better than what I think he is, but I just don't like him either.
All right, so that was 26. 25. Who was your 25 again? I know you touched on it.
My 25 was Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, and then my 25, Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions.
Oh.
Very much a fine quarterback. I mean, he feels like more of a game manager. Like, he's not going to win you any games, really, but he will lose you some games. So, like, a below average game manager. But, I mean, Goff is fine.
Yeah, but Stafford was on the Lions, and he didn't do much winning because it was the Lions.
Yeah, but you also saw a lot more, like, arm talent from Stafford, too, and he did lead a good amount of comebacks in Detroit.
Yeah, and he always played when he was hurt, and
yeah,
always get out there.
Goff is just very vanilla.
I think he could do good on a different team.
He's your average Joe, more or less, but he's good at football.
Your average Goff.
Your average Goff. 24. Who you got there?
I got Tua
turn the ball over.
Tua give up 10, 15, maybe 20.
Nice.
Yeah,
is that all your comments on Tua?
Tua, the flying Hawaiian.
You don't like the flying Hawaiian.
Yeah. The throw it into the stands.
He had one throw against the Jaguars last year when they played them in London.
Bad teams playing.
It was awful.
Yeah, don't the Jags play?
Overthrew his receiver
Was wide?
So badly. I don't even know if he was throwing to a receiver. I think he was throwing to the defense.
Did he throw a pick?
Yes. It was so bad. It was the first win the Jaguars got all year.
Oh, don't they go to London every year?
Uh-huh.
Because the manager likes it?
Something like that. Yeah, the owner likes it. Shad Khan, rocking the stash. My number 24, I got Trevor Lawrence. And again, just going off of...
That's too high.
More so like potential and, I mean, all the hype that's around him. I think, we've already touched on the improvements that Jacksonville has made in the offseason. I think he'll be able to make a little bit of a jump. Nothing too crazy. Like, I don't see him being like an MVP. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I think Trey Lance would have a better shot at MVP, and I got him ranked lower, so.
I think you could jump to, like, middle of the pack instead of being lower.
Yeah, I think you could put him up there with, number 13, 14 maybe.
We'll do this again at the end of this football year.
Yeah, we can re-rank them, and maybe we can react to this episode a little bit, or react to our lists and say,
wow,
man, we were stupid.
Or wow,
you were stupid.
Trevor Lawrence is still bad.
Trevor Lawrence is still John's 32.
Yeah, I'll just like put him and the flying Hawaiian down farther.
I don't know how much farther Trevor Lawrence is going to get on your list if he's already at 32 and if he's at 33 and 32.
Well, he'll be 34 for sure.
And we already touched on your number 24, right?
Yeah, with Tua.
With Tua, yeah. 23, I got the handsome devil, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Dang, you got him lower than I did.
Oh, you got him a little higher?
Yeah, a little higher.
Who's your number 23?
I got Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, we already touched on him.
Yeah, Bears, boo.
Garoppolo's, again, I feel like there's a reason I put him right around like Jared Goff and whatnot. He feels similar to a Jared Goff, definitely better and definitely hotter, so like not quite as vanilla.
For sure, definitely.
But, I mean, you're limited in what you can do with Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback.
Yeah, besides, win a fashion show or a face-looking good show.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you would argue Joe Burrow would beat him at that, so.
Joe Burrow beats him fashion-wise, and I think Joe Burrow is hotter, but I don't think he's better looking.
I think Jimmy G just wins all around.
Jimmy G is not as sexy as Joe Burrow.
Nah.
No,
I'll take that handsome
Joe Burrow
Garoppolo.
Is sexier than Garoppolo.
Clip that. Put it on.
Shut up.
That's no context going on the gram.
Yeah, sure. But Jimmy G is better looking.
Fair enough.
I think vibe, talent.
Yeah, I guess
clothing,
I would say
overall
Burrow has a better fashion sense.
Is that all you would say?
Yeah, I would say.
You racist?
Oh, my racist. Jimmy G is Italian.
I'm Italian.
Oh. And
a lot of other things.
Yeah, it seems to have missed you.
Frick you. Anyway, let's continue on.
That was 23. Number 22, another quarterback that I feel like is in a similar vein to Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo, I got Carson Wentz.
I got. Wait, are you gonna talk about him or just no?
You can talk about your guy. Who do you got there?
I got Jalen Hurts.
Got Jalen Hurts. So the former Eagles quarterback, and then the Eagles quarterback that replaced him.
Yep.
And Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
I mean, Wentz. I mean, we've seen his ceilings. I mean, every year we keep saying he was a 2017 MVP candidate. We get a year farther from 2017.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I used to like to hold on to say Carson Wentz is good, but it's been 5 years. He was solid for Indy last year. He threw 27 touchdowns and 7 picks or something like that.
That's not very good.
He had a good touchdown to interception ratio, 3,800 yards, I want to say, something like that. He was very solid, even with some questionable plays and decisions on his end. But, I mean, there is a good chunk of the blame for them losing to Jacksonville at the end of the season.
Did they lose to Jacksonville?
Yeah, all they had to do was beat Jacksonville at the end of the year to make the playoffs, and then they didn't, and it wasn't even close.
The one of the 3 wins that they had.
Yep. Good way to close out the season for the Jags.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we at? We're at.
Let's see.
21.
And you had Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. You had Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. That's who I had.
Funny thing is, I had Carson Wentz as 21.
21. All right.
Dang, that's really high, John. That's what you say, right?
Yeah, that's what I say, because you got him way higher than me.
Dang, that's really high, Dick Thunderbolt.
That's really high, Dick Thunderbolt. Clip that.
I didn't think. Okay, we talked about him.
And then we also talked about my guy at 21. I got Tua.
Tua, the Flying Hawaiian.
Yeah, I feel like, again, he'll typically hit the passes that he needs to hit. He's still very young, and he's got a new coaching system around him, and I want to see what Mike McDaniel can do with him there, and use his skill set. I think the best for Tua is still yet to come.
What year is this for him?
This will be year 3. So yeah, 2020, 2021.
I just imagine him throwing 25 yards in front of his receiver to
I mean, there have been some, granted they're practice clips, so, take them or leave them. I don't really pay attention to practice clips because
practice.
It's practice, it doesn't matter. We've seen players be great in practice and awful on the field and vice versa. They're terrible in practice, but then get them on the field, they're great.
So for my 20, I had Garoppolo.
Hey, Jimmy G. I had the new Jimmy Garoppolo in New England, Mac Jones. I feel like Mac Jones and Tua are very interchangeable. The difference is Tua's a little bit darker and left-handed. And I feel like that is the difference between Mac Jones and Tua.
Mac Jones might actually be left-handed too, because I've seen him throw a couple times. And it does not.
You think he's secretly left-handed?
Secretly left-handed. Yeah, he just throws with his right hand to keep his left hand.
You sound like you're really down on Mac Jones, but I think I have yet to hear his name from your list.
I don't like him, and I don't like that I placed him as high as I did.
At number 3, I have Mac Jones.
Number 2, Mac Jones. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I mean, again, Mac Jones feels very vanilla.
Yeah, he's better than
fits
Tua.
the culture. Yeah, I'd say he's a little bit better than Tua, and he's younger, and he's part of that Patriots team now. Patriots are changing up their offensive system this year with a new offensive coordinator. From what I've heard, again, this is practice. Things aren't going well in New England, but we'll see come September 11th.
Yes, we will. Who's your 19?
Number 19, I got Baker Mayfield.
Ooh.
Carolina acquired him from the Cleveland Browns. I'm a Baker fan. I think Cleveland done did him dirty, and I'm excited to see him throw 4 touchdowns against the Browns in Week 1.
Let's go, dude. Yeah, I had Trey Lance.
Trey Lance? All right, you're a little bit higher on Trey Lance.
I think that's Trey Lance. I spelled it T-R-Y.
Trey Lance.
Trylans.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah.
It's sometimes you'll hear British people, talking about the NFL. The Brits across the pond.
Yeah, those are dirty scum.
And but whenever they say Trey Lance, they say Trey Lance. And I think it always sounds a little bit more epic.
Trey Lance. Is it like a lance? Like one of
kind of like that. They'll pronounce it the same way. Lance.
So Lancelot?
Lancelot.
Trey Lancelot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. All right. 18. Who's 18 for you?
Number 18 I got...
Who's 19? Did you do 19?
Yeah, I got Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
18, I got Jalen Hurts.
I got Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, you got Massage Boy.
Massage Boy.
Number 18, I feel is a little bit low.
I think you should go die.
But fair enough.
Frick you. He did all sorts of things to
All sorts of people.
And then he does all sorts of nothing on the field
Mm-hmm.
except for throw to the opposite team into the ground.
I mean, we saw him in the preseason against the Jags, and
It looked great, right?
he didn't hit some throws that looks like he should make. But I wonder if he's got like something on his mind or something's happening in his personal life.
Or
It's just
something on his hands.
yeah,
Maybe.
some blood or something.
What's up?
No blood on his hands, you know.
Yeah.
Caught red-handed.
Some skeletons in his closet or some people.
Yeah.
So number
Moving on.
Number 17, I got Jared Goff.
You got Jared Goff a little bit higher. I got Jameis Winston.
Who's Jameis Winston?
You already ranked him. Wow.
Crazy stuff.
I think Jameis was good last year. I think he only threw 3 interceptions before he got hurt.
Smokes.
And 17 touchdowns or something like that. I might be a little bit off.
Good.
Uh-huh. Well, he got LASIK eye surgery after he threw 30 interceptions. So
He threw 30 interceptions
in 2019, 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. His first and last throw for the Buccaneers were both interceptions.
That's funny.
And now on the Saints, I mean, he got LASIK eye surgery. He was playing good last year. I think the Saints will surprise a lot of people. I think they'll make a playoff push this year. And I think Jameis will have a good season.
I'm proud of you for thinking that.
Do you have any other thoughts on Jared Goff? You kind of already hit him, but
Very optimistic of you.
you're very optimistic of Jared Goff, apparently.
Oh, I mean, very optimistic of me.
Oh, okay.
Because I ranked him there. I thought you ranked him there. I was about to call you a dummy or something.
Oh, for ranking Jared Goff that high?
Yeah, what an idiot.
Who would rank Jared Goff at 17?
What a tragic stupidness.
My number 16 is Massage Boy himself, Deshaun Watson.
Yay!
For kind of the same reasons that I already said. We don't even know if he's going to be as good as he was back in 2020. It's been 2 years since we've seen him play.
Yeah, well, we saw him play a couple
Since we
days
saw him
ago.
play a game that matters.
Yeah, but he still played.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But we still both ranked him in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I don't think he's going to rise up this list come next year just because he's only going to be playing in 6 games or whatever it is.
Everyone's going to be moving around him. He's just going to stay at 16.
He's just going to stay at 16, maybe lower. I think it'd be really tough for him to get higher, but he could definitely get lower.
Well, I'm at 18 with him, so you know, he could go to 17, go down for you.
Maybe we'll kind of meet in the middle there.
No homo, but yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
What are we at?
15. So we're in the top half of quarterbacks now.
Oh, I didn't do my 16. I don't think.
Oh.
I have Carson Wentz as my 16.
Did you have Wentz or no?
No, that's Carson
Okay,
Wentz is my 16. That's where he is. I didn't have him already.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
Good.
Good.
We already touched on Wentz a fair amount, but
Yeah, cool.
we'll have to see how he does with the Washington Redskin Commander football teams.
Yep, the football team that's red and commanders and racist.
Yep.
Stealing land and scalping people.
My number 15, I got Ryan Tannehill.
Okay.
Tennessee Ten.
Sorry.
You're looking at me like you had him ranked number 8 or something.
No, I was just about to make a really bad joke about the Redskins, and
okay.
I decided against it.
I
so.
saved you with my Ryan Tannehill talk.
Yeah, I laughed at my own joke. I was like, oh, shoot.
Good one.
I really can't say that. But
This is live radio.
live radio, yeah. Who did you have?
I got Ryan Tannehill,
Who does he play for?
the Titans.
Oh, isn't that Tyson's team?
No, he likes the Seahawks. Poor guy.
Poor fella. Who, 15?
Yeah, 15. Ryan Tannehill, again, we're in that area where it's just solid quarterbacks. Tannehill, he can play football.
I do have him a bit high, yeah.
All right. Who do you got at 15?
15, I got Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, that seems fair. Yeah, he's around there for me too. We'll hit him soon enough.
Yours is higher.
I mean, it's kind of got to be. I haven't listed him yet.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's how it works.
For sure.
I feel like, yeah, he's on a very similar level that Tannehill is on. It's just Tannehill can win a few more playoff games.
That's funny that Aaron Rodgers can't win playoff games though. Maybe we could have put him at like 35 or something.
Yeah, rank him below Lawrence.
Real low, yeah. He
Yeah,
can't.
Trevor Lawrence has never lost a playoff game. Fun fact.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has lost more playoff games than anybody else, all of them combined.
Yeah.
The entire NFL combined.
Yep. What a loser.
He's lost more playoff games than the entire Bears team ever in history.
Yeah. Good for you, Chicago.
Yeah, that's their Super Bowl.
Exactly.
That's their Super Bowl. Watching him lose.
You know what's funny is you brought that up on the first episode too.
Did I?
Yeah.
I really did, didn't I?
Yep. And you brought it up to 100% of our episodes mention you having that quote.
Yeah, because I don't like the Packers because they suck
Yeah.
at winning playoff games.
They have struggled with that recently.
They have struggled with that all the time. They're very bad at
No,
it.
they won a Super Bowl in 2010. So
Yeah, but that was the only time they won a playoff game.
they won a playoff game in 2020.
Well, besides
They
that,
beat the Rams.
shut up.
All right.
That's the only time they made it to the Super Bowl.
My number 14 is Kirk Cousins. I said we'd be hitting him pretty soon. And,
That was pretty freaking soon.
That was pretty soon.
That was real fast.
I definitely have him higher than Ryan Tannehill, though.
For sure you do, because you said Ryan Tannehill already.
Cousins is very solid. He threw like 33 touchdowns last year.
That's not bad.
Like 7 picks or something. Like, he had a good year, but, you know, he's Kirk Cousins, so you can't rank him that high.
For sure, Kirk Cousins is mid and bad.
Yeah.
What,
I'd say more so mid.
Mid and also not great, but he's okay.
Who's your number 14?
Number 14, I got Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, wow. Someone you hate so much, up
I-
so high. You think he's a top half quarterback in the league.
Stop. Look, I ranked him at like 23, and I realized that was too low, so I put him back.
So you just were like, what if I put him 10 spots
shut up.
higher?
Look, this is I'm defending myself. I put him at like 23, and I was like, dang, that's too low for him. I'll put him at 14 as a placeholder. And then
And he kind of just stayed there.
I looked back at my list, and I was like, looks good to me. And then we started rolling it, and now
we're here.
Now Mac Jones is my 14.
Now Mac Jones is the 14th best quarterback in the NFL, according to Dick Thunderbolt.
Yep.
Watch you just become like a Mac Jones stan.
Dude, he's like
Now that you have him ranked so high, you're like, yeah, I have to defend it now.
best quarterback in the league.
You're gonna go buy his jersey and just.
Literally number one.
He's my number 1 next year, guys.
Did you know he has a
Super Bowl
program
winner.
just like TB10? It's like
Oh, I did hear about
it's
that.
like Matt Jones 12 or something stupid.
Or the other, because TB12.
TB12.
And so
maybe
Mac Jones has got his own thing.
10 or
I
whatever.
think you can't do that after one season.
You can't do that.
Like Brady
after-
started at that like 15 years into his career
Yeah.
after winning like 4 Super Bowls or whatever.
Yeah, I think he deserves it.
Mac Jones has done diddly poo. All he did was get blown out by the Bills in the playoffs.
Which was awesome.
The Bills putting together the only perfect game offensively in
Yeah.
NFL history. They scored on every drive.
Which was awesome to watch.
Uh-huh.
They were like, boys, we're about to end a dynasty.
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
they
they,
did. Which is
annihilated
funny
them.
because it wasn't really their dynasty. It was Tom Brady's dynasty.
Yeah, it kind of ended when Brady left.
Yeah. Didn't Brady win a Super Bowl the year he left?
Yep.
Yeah, that was what ended the dynasty. So.
My number 13, I got Matty Ice, Matt Ryan.
Hey, me too.
You do too?
Yeah,
I
look
thought
at
you
him.
hated Matt Ryan or something.
I don't even know who he is.
Colts quarterback. I
Oh,
think that's a
freaking
very
hate that guy.
solid placing for him. Former MVP, still plays at a relatively high level. Probably a big reason why the Falcons have been not the worst team in the league for the last 4 years.
I just feel like I never hear anything about him ever, like bad or good. I just don't hear things about Matt.
Yeah,
Right.
we're getting to that. We're still in that area where we're just in good quarterbacks.
Like I
But
don't.
we're on
hear,
he's on the upper side of good quarterbacks.
He's the upper echelon of just about okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he hasn't broken top 10, but he's probably gonna stay at 13 for the rest of his career and then retire in 2 years.
Yeah, probably. I mean, with the Colts, like he'll retire after one season, and then they'll have their 5th different quarterback in 5 years.
Funny stuff, dude. Funny stuff.
Number 12. Who do you got there?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. That feels fair.
Who do you have?
I got Derek Carr,
I don't know who that is.
Raiders quarterback.
Oh, I do know who that is.
He's a pretty good quarterback, I would say. I mean, he's been their best quarterback this entire century. I mean, other than maybe Rich Gannon, because Rich Gannon won an MVP in 2002. But, I mean, Derek Carr's been their quarterback since 2014, and he's been anywhere from solid to great ever since.
Would you rank him in top 5 for any of those years?
I'd say 2016. 2016, he very well could have won the MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Who did?
That was your Matt Ryan won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great year. That was the first year the Raiders had made the playoffs since Rich Gannon led them there in 2002. So
Did they make the playoffs last year?
yeah, they did. They lost to the Bengals.
Yeah.
One of the last plays of the game, Carr throws an interception into the end zone.
Was
He needs a touchdown, and Cincinnati rides all the way to the Super Bowl.
And then loses.
Yep. Who you got at 12? Did you already hit your 12?
I did.
You got Russell Wilson. That's
Russell
right.
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah. Wilson he definitely doesn't feel as good as he used to be. The 2015, 2016, Russell Wilson. Part of that's just because the Seahawks kept getting worse every season. So maybe in Denver with a fresh start, he'll pop off again.
I don't want the Broncos to do good, though.
Why not?
Because they always beat the Cowboys. And
You don't have to worry about them playing the Cowboys for another few years. Four
they
more years,
didn't
probably.
they play the Cowboys in the first... Didn't they play the Cowboys earlier this year?
They played them last year. So they won't have to worry about playing them until 2024.
No, didn't they play them in the...
Preseason?
Preseason.
They might have.
I think I saw... Trap House Sports? That guy?
Maybe.
He's always like yelling, to the defense!
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, on TikTok.
He's a Dallas fan, and every time they get smacked, he's like, what the frick? He
Mhm.
freaks out. So I saw clips of that. He's like, come on, I can't do this crap again. And it was like 15-0, and they're getting swamped again.
Yeah, Denver has just owned Dallas, no matter what. Even last year when
Dallas,
Denver was no good and they slapped Dallas in Dallas.
yeah, Dallas is their like little boy. That's like the
Uh-huh.
little dog boy.
You have to go back to the 90s last time they beat him.
Which is just upsetting. I don't like that. No, like bad
All right,
players.
so here we got number 11, just outside the top 10. You didn't quite make it, buddy. Kyler Murray. Coming up just short.
Ooh. Anything to say about that fella?
He's short, and you want to
Yeah.
little boy.
Guy, short boy.
See if he does all of his homework.
Little
And
Tyler
if he
Ryan.
does, maybe if he does his 4 hours of homework a week, he can crack my top 10.
What's he gonna do?
He can crap my top 10.
Odell Beckham.
Maybe. I mean, if he does really good, he can just crap all over my top 10 and shoot up to number 1 and win the MVP.
Imagine. Just like think for a
You
second.
really have to think really hard, though.
Yeah,
That takes a big
that
imagination, I
hurts
feel
my
like.
brain. My number 11 was Ryan Tannehill.
Ooh, okay, you got him a little bit high, but I mean, I feel like Tannehill's definitely capable of that. I think we kind of saw that in 2019 when he led the Titans almost all the way to the Super Bowl,
But then he didn't.
and then he didn't because they got beat by the Chiefs, who then went on to win the Super Bowl against San Francisco. But yeah, I feel like at his best, Tannehill can really be that pure pocket passer. Plus, he's got some good wheels on him, so.
Yeah, he can walk a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Kyler Murray. I don't know why. I kind of just don't like him. I don't know.
Because he's short.
I mean, I don't even have something like personally against him. I just feel like he's a little bit overrated.
Yeah, he doesn't freaking do his homework.
Yeah.
He's lazy.
Busy playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, stupid.
Have you seen those people who looked into his performance before and after the Call of Duty game is released every year? And he always drops off the week after Call of Duty comes out.
That's awesome, dude.
It's like there might be a correlation here. I don't know.
Gamer boy.
But
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. So now into the top
Into the
10.
top 10.
Who
This
do you
is the
got
big
number
boys.
10?
No, I want to hear yours
First
first.
big boy? I got Dak Prescott.
Hey, me too.
Hey, there we
Prescott's
go.
Number 10.
Very solid quarterback.
Good quarterback.
Got a great receiving team to work with. He's got CD's nuts.
Yeah.
And
CD's nuts is probably literally so good.
if he can step it up this year, because since they did get rid of Amari Cooper, he's gonna have to step in to be their wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Him or Gallup.
I hope they play well against Green Bay this year.
I hope they don't. I hope they get destroyed when we go watch them.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch. We're gonna bring you guys with us to see that.
It'll be exciting and exhilarating and awesome.
And very fun.
We should record a podcast in the stands while the game is going on.
For sure, dude. We might vlog it or something. Or...
Yeah, we'll vlog it. We'll do something with it. We've got to.
We've got to.
That'd be
because
awesome.
you can see Dallas just poop all over.
Get destroyed.
Yeah, poop all over Green Bay and just win.
I was thinking more so the other way, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if their quarterback's not as good as Green Bay's quarterback.
If he's only number 10. So.
Only number 10, yeah. I think that just their defense can do it. Even though they give up so many yards, they get the pick. They get the
back
picks.
on Trevon Diggs.
Back on Trevon Diggs. He will get himself a pick unless it matters in the playoff game. But
yep. All right. Well, you're thinking of Jaquiski Tart, but yeah.
Am I?
No, he's the guy who dropped the easy interception against the Rams in the playoffs for the 49ers.
Oh yeah. Freaking idiot. Stupid.
All right, my number 9, I got Russell Wilson. Again, like I stand by what I said about him earlier. He's not as good as he used to be because he used to be like a top 5 quarterback. I got him at number 9.
Only top 9.
Only the 9th best.
Dang.
Who do you got at 9?
I got Kyler Murray.
All right, yeah. We've already hit both those.
You
guys.
hate him because he's short.
2 short quarterbacks. Russ is pretty short too. He just doesn't run like a toddler.
It's so funny to see that little guy run.
I mean, he's good at it. He just looks silly doing
He can
it.
run fast. He can get out of the pocket. He can move, but I mean, you don't have to look so freaking stupid when you do it.
Well, it's easy to have those little legs.
Yeah,
they're just moving so fast.
Yeah, it's like he looks like Dash or the Roadrunner. He looks like the no, he looks like Mr. Krabs with
He does look like Mr. Krabs.
Freaking Mr. Krabs with a football.
Number 8, who you got there?
8, I got Lamar Jackson.
I also got Lamar Jackson.
Hey, don't touch me. I like Lamar Jackson because he's black and he can run, and also a football man.
Good reasons. I like Lamar Jackson. Lamar gets so disrespected. Like this offseason, there's been so much Lamar disrespect. And I'm like, this guy won an MVP like 2 years ago.
He's literally...
or 3 years ago, whatever it was.
He's a running back who can throw.
And he's pretty darn good at throwing. He threw 33 touchdowns.
He did.
While running for 1,200 yards. And
Which
like
is
8
ridiculous.
more or whatever.
Running for more yards than most running backs.
Yeah. He's incredibly good.
Throwing for more yards than all running backs.
And if he has a good bounce back season this year, he could work his way into my top 5 come, February when we redo our quarterback rankings.
Really? Top 5?
If he has another like MVP caliber season.
I like him. I don't know why I like him, but I do.
I like Lamar too. He's good. I feel like he's more humble than most quarterbacks too. Most athletes even.
Does it really well too.
Mm-hmm.
He does his sport good.
Oh, he can throw. He can. I mean, sure, maybe he's not the best passer in the world,
but he's the best runner.
But people talk about him like he doesn't have arms or something.
They talk about him how people should talk about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence had, I don't even know how many running touchdowns he had, but not a lot. And
he's not a mobile quarterback, really. So
yeah, he should be though. He has the height and the freaking legs for it. He should be a mobile quarterback.
Peyton Manning was tall too, but he was slow as molasses.
Yeah, but Peyton Manning was thick.
Not really.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think he was that thick.
He's thick like Josh Allen. Josh Allen's thick.
Nah, Josh Allen's thick like Big Ben.
No, he's not, because Big Ben was bigger. Big Ben was bigger.
Josh Allen and Big Ben have like similar body types.
Yeah, but Big Ben was 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's
also a lot more mobile than Big Ben ever really was.
Josh Allen's like the second most mobile quarterback outside of the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, he's normally like the second best rushing quarterback behind Lamar.
Yeah,
and that's in a league with Kyler Murray in it. And
I think it's hilarious that short little dude rushes all the time, and all these tall people with long legs don't.
Yeah,
like that short little guy is like Mr. Krabs everywhere.
And then you got Josh Allen's just like a giant.
Josh Allen takes 5 steps and he goes 28 yards. Homeboy, he really does run though, and sometimes he won't even slide. He'll just put his shoulder down into it because he's the size of a lineman.
There was one time that Matthew Stafford did that when he was on the Lions. He trucked a linebacker.
What? Yeah. What a G.
Boom.
What a guy. Here, you'll put your thumb on it.
Okay.
I'm using Thunderclap's phone or Lightning Clap's phone because my phone's recording. This is better. Sorry.
All right. So both of our number 8s is Lamar Jackson.
Say number 7 at the same time.
3, 2, 1. Joe
Justin
Burrow.
Herbert.
Oh,
dang.
Close.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like we might have those same two quarterbacks
Yeah, I feel like
at
you're.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, I mean, talk about turning a franchise around.
Judas Priest.
Hadn't won a playoff game since, like, I think it was 1989. And then he goes out and wins 3, including the first one in franchise history. They'd never won an away playoff game before. And then he won 2.
And then he went to the Super Bowl.
Almost won a third in the Super Bowl.
Almost won a Super Bowl, which is crazy.
If he had if his line protected it for half a second more, hits a wide open Jamar Chase at the end of the game for the game winner, that would have been amazing.
Jamar Chase was butt naked.
Dude, he beat Ramsey so badly.
He collapsed him. I only saw it recently. It was the video of him. He stutter stepped or something, and he just got away from Ramsey, and Ramsey was like twisted up ankle. He looked like a pretzel with broken ankles.
By the time that happened, Aaron Donald was all over Burrow.
Aaron Donald is the best defensive player.
Yeah, I'm glad that he got a ring, but I was definitely rooting for the Bengals in that game.
100%, yeah, but they were definitely the underdogs because the Rams were a way better team.
Yeah, they were a lot more stacked. But I mean, kudos to the Bengals for sticking with them, and I think they'll be back at some point. I don't think they'll be back this season.
I really hope they still make.
I would love for them to make some kind of a run again. I really like Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's a really good quarterback. He's a cool dude too.
Joe Cool.
F it, Jamar's down there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he always had like a second in the pocket before it just collapsed and fell.
Mm-hmm. And they went out and they fixed their offensive line this year. I don't remember if they drafted anybody early, but I do know that they signed a good number of free agents. I think they took a few guys in like the second or third round of the draft.
Yeah, because they didn't need anything else really. They just needed,
that was their biggest weakness.
Which was still he got sacked 9 times.
Against the Titans,
and
they won it,
which is insane.
Yeah,
that's great. Like that shows how resilient Joe Burrow is and how good of a quarterback he is.
Man, I love Joe Burrow,
and that's why I have him right above Justin Herbert.
So you got Justin Herbert, or you got Burrow at 6.
I got Burrow at 6.
Yes, I got Justin Herbert at 6, and the thing that puts Herbert over him, even though Herbert's never even sniffed the playoffs, much less a playoff victory at all. But it's some of the stuff I see on the field with Herbert.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
What, you don't like the sniffing line?
He never really like gripped the playoffs by like the Nads. He never went up and just
took him as his own.
Stuck his hand right up the of the playoffs. It never happened. Just for me, that makes
you made it sound so much worse. I just said sniff.
You sniff a playoff game?
Yeah, people say that.
I don't think they do.
It's like when you're saying you're like they haven't even really gotten that close.
They haven't brushed it. They haven't touched it. They haven't
licked
seen it. They haven't slobbered all over it. I don't know. It's something that's not sniffing.
So, but with Herbert though, it's the throws that he makes. He's just so good at putting the ball. Only his guy can get it. Burrow can do a lot of this stuff too. I just like Herbert a little bit better.
But imagine if Burrow had just a second more.
Yeah. Well, I think if you put Justin Herbert on the Bengals, they do pretty much the same thing.
I think they lose. I think they lose in the playoffs.
Well, to who?
I don't know. Not.
I mean, did you see Herbert like against the Raiders last year, week 18, last game of the regular season?
I don't think Herbert could have done it.
Coming up clutch.
Sacks.
No time on the clock. They had to get a touchdown to force overtime, and they got it. In an insane throw by Herbert, throwing I think it was to Austin Eckler. He threw it to.
And you don't.
He makes some insane throws.
Yeah, but he has time in the pocket.
Yeah.
Burrow doesn't, and he still got to a freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he almost won. He almost won that Super Bowl if his line could do anything except for crumble. His line was it was like those freaking, they're not vanilla wafers, but they're like vanilla wafer cookie things. They're like really crumbly. They're crumbly. They crumble. Okay. That's just they're like a potato chip. Like it's like a lot there.
Soggy
and then
bread.
You push on it and it kind of just
crumbles.
Whatever. Frick you.
Anyway, I like Herbert. It's not by much. It's only a little bit more. It's just because of some of the throws he can make.
I think this year we will see better things from Burrow because he will have a line. And that's all I'll say because frick you.
All right. So
And also for Justin Herbert.
cracking the top 5 now.
Top 5. Who's your 5?
Matthew Stafford.
Me too. I figured it was going to be.
He would probably be below Herbert's, and probably below Burrow too, for me if it wasn't for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because he came up clutch in the playoffs. I mean, he had a great regular season too, but he also had a couple games. He had that game against the Titans where everyone was posting those memes about you can take Matthew Stafford out of Detroit, but you can't take Detroit out of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, it was like
He had that one interception. He was spinning around. He just threw it into a crowd. Or not really a crowd.
defenders.
Threw it into the hands of the Tennessee Titan defender
He
there.
was just standing there waiting for the play to be over.
Yeah,
But
doing his
no,
best
ball.
Kyler Murray impression in the playoff.
Yeah. Do his best Trevor Lawrence to throw it
Uh-huh.
to the other team.
Exactly.
Matt
Bounce
Jones,
to the defense.
Matt Jones' favorite target.
But I mean, he came up clutch against the Buccaneers. It looked like Tom Brady was gonna force that game into overtime, and then he found Cooper Kupp deep to get him in the field goal range.
Yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't have him at 5 because he has the best receiver right now.
Yeah, but I think the receiver.
If you don't have someone to
Well, the
throw
thing is,
to,
Jared Goff had Cooper Kupp last year too.
yeah, it
and-
made Jared Goff better.
I would say it's the other way. I would say Matthew Stafford made Cooper Kupp better. Cooper Kupp wasn't ever going to do that with Jared Goff. I don't think.
Whatever, fine. You're right. Fine. Look, what's number 4? Let's say
Number 4?
3,
2, 1. Josh
Tom Brady.
Allen.
Really? You put
Ooh.
Josh Allen below Tom Brady?
Mm-hmm.
Frick you.
Even though maybe Josh Allen might be more talented, more athletic, definitely a better runner,
And better thrower.
I trust someone like Tom Brady a lot more. And the other 3 guys that I got on this list. Allen's very good. Definitely could be an MVP season for him. The Bills roster is ready to win a Super Bowl this year.
They better be.
Bills Mafia has been ready to win a Super Bowl for a long time.
For years, dude. We've never got anything.
Yeah. And, if Buffalo wins the Super Bowl this year, I'll be happy for him. Josh Allen, one of my favorite players in the NFL right now. How can you not like Josh Allen?
He has the best arm in the league, I think.
Yeah, might have one of the strongest arms. Probably him or Mahomes.
I think he has a stronger arm than Mahomes. And why I'm saying that, with all their throws aside, is one time he ran it into the end zone and he was like, yeah, let's go, as a celebration. He turned around, he threw it into the crowd, and he threw it 75 feet away from him, or 75 yards away from him, and like 80 yards up. So it was like on trajectory to go like 120 yards or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy. And he just kind of did that. He didn't like line up to do it. I think he's the most physically gifted.
Allen, you're number 1?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady is out of his prime.
Yeah, he's been out of his prime, but he's still playing really freaking good.
That's why he was 4.
He was close to winning MVP last year.
Yeah, but Rodgers is better.
Yeah, Rodgers beat him at MVP.
All right, who's your number 3?
My number 3, I got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, really?
Who do you got?
I got Josh Allen. I got.
So the reason I got Mahomes over Allen, it sounds like you got Mahomes over Allen too. You're there, Mahomes didn't make your list.
Yeah, he was supposed to be 32.
Yeah, he's 34. You got Trevor Lawrence above him.
Yeah, poor Trevor Lawrence.
Mahomes and Allen are very similar, I would say, in their play style. Allen runs a little bit more. Mahomes, to me, he's a little bit more clutch, and he's done a little bit more than Allen has done in the same amount of time starting, because they've both been starting for their respective teams since 2018. Mahomes has won an MVP, won a Super Bowl, gone to another Super Bowl. I mean, he's never had to travel for a playoff game except for in those Super Bowls too, because he's so dominant in the regular season that they end up getting a top 2 seed pretty much every year.
Do you think if he retired now, he'd be a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
Why?
Longevity, honestly, would probably be like, he's borderline for me.
So if he does good this year,
maybe, I don't know, because 18, 19, 20, he's only played 4 full seasons.
But he's done really good in all 4
He has
of
done
them.
really good in all of them. And that's where Normally, yeah, like I said, longevity, but then you got someone like Terrell Davis. He was a running back in the late 90s for the Broncos. Only played, I think, 5 seasons or something like that. But I think he ran for 2,000 yards twice, or he got close, something like that.
That's
And
ridiculous.
And he got into the Hall of Fame after playing for 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
So that's why I'm kind of going borderline for Mahomes.
Fair enough, but I think he's.
Do you think he would be in the Hall of Fame right now?
I think so.
If he just came out, he pulled an Andrew Luck, he said, guys,
Done.
I'm done for now or forever.
Forever.
You know, I'm going to preserve my body and walk away with $100 million.
I think he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
You think you would?
Yeah.
I think you could.
I think he would.
I'd give it like a coin toss. I think maybe he'd eventually.
A coin toss, no. That's the difference between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
That's the difference between Josh Allen and winning a playoff
It
game.
is so inferior. That was such a good game, too.
Thing is, though, yeah, a lot of people are saying that if the Bills win that game, they probably win the Super Bowl.
I think they
Because
would
they
have.
probably beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
They probably beat the Rams. Which means they win the Super Bowl.
I think they would have.
They're a coin toss away from it.
Mahomes couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Burrow
Mahomes couldn't hold on
couldn't
to an 18-point lead against the Bengals.
Autistic as can be. Or retarded.
But,
or sorry.
That's why that's also kind of another reason why I got Mahomes where he's at instead of maybe a little bit higher.
Who's your number 2?
My number 2, I got the back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers, at number 2.
Really?
I do. Who
I
do you got
got-
at 2?
My notes say Patty McPat.
All right, so we already touched on Mahomes. Yeah, I got Rodgers at 2. And as much as I wanted to put Rodgers at 1 as a Packers fan, but I've learned over the years, don't doubt Tom Brady.
He's not as good as he was.
He's not as good as he was, but he still threw for over 40 touchdowns the last 2
He
seasons.
didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he didn't. Neither did Aaron Rodgers, though.
Aaron Rodgers has a curse. He can't do anything.
He can't do anything about that,
He
man.
can't do anything about that except for play better, and he very much won't. We've seen that.
I mean, at this point, though, I'm just like with Brady. I gotta see it. I'm done predicting like Brady to fall off or whatnot. Like he had 2019 when he wasn't great, but then he bounced back in 2020. Threw for like 40 touchdowns, won the Super Bowl. Threw for I think another 40 or 41, something like that this past year. He had only thrown for over 40 touchdowns one time in his career before 2020. And then he threw for 40 plus the last 2 seasons. He's been on the Buccaneers for 2 years and has thrown over 80 touchdowns for them.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah,
So that's your number 1. That's
he's my
your
number
right.
1. I really wanted to put Rodgers at 1. Obviously, I would say he's more skilled. He's a little bit more talented, but you know he's been struggling in the playoffs, and even regardless of the playoffs, I mean Brady's still the GOAT, and yeah,
He's the GOAT for sure. Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I would still say even for this season, I got Brady
He's
at
the
1.
GOAT of the season. Do you think he's been the
There's no one else more I trust to win me a game than Tom Brady. Like I trust Aaron Rodgers too. Like
unless it's a playoff?
if a regular season game-winning drive for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, I'm like 85% sure they'll get it done. Tom Brady, 99% sure. Like it's very rare Brady doesn't come up clutch.
Yeah, well, I had Aaron Rodgers as my number 1, as much as I don't like the Packers or don't like Aaron Rodgers, but
Yeah.
back-to-back MVPs mean
Back-to-back
something.
MVPs definitely means something. And if Brady had retired, I mean, Rodgers would easily be my 1 if Brady had stayed retired. But that's one where my heart said Aaron Rodgers is at 1, but my head was like, nah, going with Brady.
Because of clutchness?
That's part of it, and he's still got a good arm and still very accurate, and his knowledge of the game. So.
Can't run for anything.
No. He had 1,000 career rushing yards a few years ago. So that'd be what? Averaging 50 yards a season?
Yeah. I mean, 50 yards a season, that's like 2 yards he jumps over the line. Right?
Exactly. I mean, he's also the king of quarterback sneaks on the goal line, him and Drew Brees. But yeah, those are our preseason, pre-2022 quarterback rankings.
I think mine were pretty accurate. Yours were a little bit iffy, but
Yours surprised me, like, in how accurate I think they were, especially for someone who was kind of making up the list off the top of their head 10 minutes before we started recording.
that's not true. I had put a lot of thought in this.
I did hours of film study for
Literally
this.
so much. More than Kyler Murray.
So let us know in the comments section if you're on YouTube or anywhere like that where we are wrong, because you can't make any kind of a list without people getting pissed.
Yeah, so just make sure to get really angry.
I want to see a lot of like dislikes, a lot of just
Angry,
all around hate,
Yeah, angry emojis.
because any engagement is good engagement.
Swear words would be nice. But you don't
Yeah, a
have
couple
to.
F-bombs would be ideal, really.
Yeah. If you want to use any like lesser language, it's all right too.
That works if you want to throw a few darns or hecks in there.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that on air, but
Yeah, I'll bleep it.
yeah, for sure.
But also, yeah, let us know maybe your top 5 quarterback rankings, or if you got your top 33 quarterbacks. Let us know, and I guess we didn't find out which quarterback you were missing, but maybe someone will let us know.
Shoot, we didn't.
No, we didn't. I don't remember, but
Yeah, I don't care.
it must not be that important.
Yeah, he was probably bad, or she. It could have been a girl.
Yeah, it might have been
be
Sarah
better.
Fuller.
Sure. What?
She was a female kicker for Vanderbilt
Uh-huh.
a few years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching or listening, or
Yeah, wherever you're at, if you enjoyed it, just showing that you enjoyed it, whether that be a like, a comment, a rating, 5 whole stars.
yeah, no, like a dislike or like a hate comment, something like that. Just tell us how you feel.
And that's it for us today.
Yeah, tune in next week. We're gonna give our predictions. For
Yep,
the
we got
NFL
our
season.
full season record predictions, playoff predictions, all that stuff, and then we're gonna be jumping into the regular season not too long after that. So
So yeah,
until next week,
I'm Dick Thunderbolt.
and I am Dick Lightning Clap.
Tapanella or something.
Dick Lightning Clap.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys. I love you. I know we just met, but I do love you.